I was quite successful in kind of outreaching potential clients for my startups or potential investors, but I wanted to make it that on a larger scale.
Hey Matt, thanks for doing this. For the people watching, can you quickly introduce yourself, who you are and what you do?
I'm an investor. I've been investing for 20 years, done one IPO, raised more than 200 millions, and always enjoying this kind of a job.
How long have you been working with Viralnetix, or with us?
I've been working with Viralnetix for the last 6 to 8 months.
What made you decide to work with us?
I was quite successful in kind of outreaching potential clients for my startups or potential investors, but I wanted to make it that on a larger scale. So basically, to still have a personal touch and to still understand what the other client is getting, not to spam those guys, but basically to give them something which they really need.
And how are you doing this before? Before we started working with us.
I did a lot of manual, and it takes a lot of time to do the research, to find the right persons, and to engage with them, and then finally also to whether to close an investment or to basically help sell the services of one of my portfolio companies.
And can you just quickly run me through how this process looked manually, from lead research to outreach? How are you doing all of this on your own?
Well, let's say, for example, if I'm looking for an investor for a certain, let's say infra company, okay, AI infra company, I would first try to find all people that were writing about it, that express some of the interest in that field, would research them, try to connect them on LinkedIn, try to comment their basically their posts, and like in real life, trying to build a kind of a relation and try to do it in a kind of a two-way. Secondly, I try to send them a kind of an email which is tailored to them, which is not a kind of a spammy, which understands what they were doing and what are their kind of a current investment thesis. And at the end, it's a call and closing the deal or closing or building a relation. That's what it counts.
And how long did it take you for, let's say, one lead? Or how many can you do per day?
You can do between 10 and 15 per day, because each one requires kind of a research for each one between 20 and 30 minutes. It's basically enabling me to reach, instead of 10 guys, 100 guys. And at the end, out of 100 guys, we got a quite high reply. And that's a kind of a story which we are trying to kind of replicate, not sending to people spam emails or spam LinkedIn connections, but really trying to find something for them which brings them also the value.
So how long does it take now to reach one lead? To do all that research that you were doing it before manually, how long does it take you now?
Well, it's done automatic, and I wouldn't, it's a kind of I compare it sometimes to kind of a production or manufacturing line. You don't do it in a single step, but you do it in several steps. So the lead time before you reach the kind of whether call or closing the deal or a demo, it takes you always a week or two. And with Viralnetix, we shortened that time, and we increased the number of processed or touched potential clients or ideal customers. Well, the first thing is you're responsive, which means that if I need something, you respond in 5 minutes, which means that in today's world, we need to kind of react fast, because if we don't react fast, we lose the clients or we lose the kind of momentum. And secondly, you're also able to understand the industry, because what we are sometimes lacking is understanding the domain knowledge of the client, because if we want to touch the client, we have to show him that, hey, we understand your issues, your problems.
Yeah. And lastly, for any companies, investors, advisors who are watching this and want to work with us, what would you tell them?
I would tell them that these are the years of AI agents, and Viralnetix really understands how to orchestrate that. And if somebody thinks that it's a kind of a easy job to orchestrate several tools, agents in a kind of a way that it works, you'll have a hard time without having somebody who has run the process several times.